Hi there everyone. Today's video is going to be going over Ironforge and Dun Morrow. Now, it's going to be a little bit different than the previous videos where we talk about like Goldshire and Elwyn Forest and then we go into the city. This week we're going to start with Ironforge. I just feel like it's a good path stepping off the tram from Stormwind right into Ironforge. Now, me being a Horde player, I haven't really had much experience with Ironforge. I haven't been there much often. Usually if I play an Alliance character, Stormwind's where I go. So, that being said, what I decided to do was a little tour around Ironforge. This is a fresh look, somewhat fresh look. I've been to Ironforge, you know, but I haven't done a good delve into Ironforge, looked around, seen what's actually going on there. And I'll say, I'm pretty impressed. I like a lot of the stuff in Ironforge. One of the biggest things I really enjoy about Ironforge is they have a museum. I didn't know that. That's freaking cool. So I go in there. It's got stuff from Ungoro. It's got a catapult from the Second War. That's freaking awesome. The biggest thing I like about World of Warcraft is being in World of Warcraft. Having the lore right there in front of you is awesome. And the dwarves being who they are, their main focus is archaeology and like discovering who they were and stuff like that and kind of where they came from. So it fits that they have like a museum in their capital city. Another big thing I didn't know about Ironforge is there's actually a fishing spot in Ironforge.
Actually, I lied. There's not a fishing spot because you can't fish there.
Another great thing about Ironforge is the leadership. Magni Bronzebeard is awesome. He's probably one of the coolest characters in Warcraft 3 and a lot of Blizzard games. I mean, he was awesome in Heroes of the Storm. He was a great hero. But a few other things that I've noticed about Ironforge, I don't know if maybe it's because it's a hardcore server, but I always thought Ironforge was a little bit more populated than like Stormwind. Maybe it's just back then it was, but when I was walking through Ironforge, it seemed pretty bare. It didn't seem like there was too many people walking around or bank standing or even in the auction house. And it could just be low pop, hardcore, maybe not as many people playing today, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Is Ironforge more popular or less popular than Stormwind? Let me know because I'm not positive about that. Now, another big thing about Ironforge is that it's a big circle. It's great. You can get to where you want to go fairly quickly. The only thing wrong with Ironforge is the lava. It's a death trap, but it kind of evens out, gives the Alliance a death trap city, just like how the Undercity has the elevators. So I guess you gotta give both factions a death city, and Ironforge has got that. Now, stepping outside of Ironforge, we go into Dun Morrow. I was gonna try to do some exploration around Dun Morrow, which I did. I checked out Nomarang. Looks pretty cool that it's kind of, you know, destroyed and stuff. I couldn't get too far into it with my character because he's only level 22. So I sent the eyeball in there, took a look around, saw that the gnomes were still trying to escape. There was something else that happened when I was in Dun Morrow. While I was walking around, a Dwarven a Dwarven guild was doing a little role-playing, sending off one of their own. Now, I understand that it's a game and stuff, but it felt like this might be lore accurate to the dwarves of sending off one of their own, you know, in a honorable way, drinking like crazy, and that's what they were doing. They were drinking, they were merry, they were happy, talking about tales of this hero, Gark, I believe his name was, Grok. But from what I could tell, because I wasn't in the guild was dwarves only, which makes sense. He was an officer in the guild. He was self-made, and it looked like he was either quitting the game, maybe, or something along those lines. Because it was like a send-off. They were saying he's leaving or something, but he wasn't dead, so it's hardcore, and he didn't die. At least yet. As they were leaving, they went towards Ironforge. I waved goodbye, and I didn't see what was happening. My guess is if he is quitting the game, maybe he was going to go jump in the lava. Because that's what it seemed like they were talking about. So, good luck, Gork, on real life stuff if that's what you're doing. But you'll be back to World of Warcraft in no time. Now, a couple key points I want to make about Dunmorrow is the caves and how dangerous they can be. If you're going through Dunmorrow, do be careful of the caves. The respawn times are pretty quick, and you can get caught. One thing I noticed about Dunmorrow's map is if you're on hardcore and you have the heat map on, there's a lot of red in Dunmorrow. What's going on, guys? Why are you dying so much? You gotta be careful. Alright? That's what I'm saying. Be careful with the caves. Be careful where you're going. There's a lot of stuff that wants to kill you and eat little goblin feet or gnome feet and dwarf toes. So just be wary of where you're going. Take a friend if you have to. Just be a little bit more careful. Now, as mentioned, I'm a Horde player. I don't know a ton about the Dwarves, but I hope this kind of gave you guys a little look into the Dwarves. I really appreciate Gork's Guild or Grok's Guild letting me kind of observe their little ceremony that they were going on, and I hope that I can find that in other places throughout the World of Warcraft. Now at this time I'm going to be ending the video. Next week we're going to be going over either Thunderbluff or Darnassus. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is that they're both tree huggers, so we'll see what's going on. Alright, I'll catch you guys next week. Have a good one.